absence is the most radical form of censorship. How do you see that playing out, not just in India, but in other places? What type of pedagogy does that become?
So it's actually from a 1992 article written by Bourdieu and Lacan. We were both it's I think kind of book from a book really written on reflexive sociology, where they talk about absence being the most radical form of censorship, and it's actually very provocative, but also very true at the same time. Sometimes provocative things are true. Yes, it's quite right, because all of these it ties back to the question that we were just talking about. Absence, discursive absence, and so much historical erasure. There is this wonderful film called Sunless, directed by Chris Marker. It was part of the left bank movement and part of the French New Wave. And he talks about Japan and Guinea-Bissau in this film to really address. It's a documentary on time. It's as weird a documentary as documentaries get, and as the French New Wave gets. But it's really interesting how he talks about history and memory in there. And he talks about history throwing out of its window like empty bottles what it doesn't want to remember. And I think that quite sat with me for a while and still resonates in the sense that mainstreamized history, as we know, kind of leaves out talking about affect, talking about grief and pain and lack and absence and erasure, and not in the Freudian or Lacanian sense at all, but in the sense of collective crisis that civilizations and societies and communities have faced through the edges, and much like Marx writes, through the annals of blood and fire. So yeah, much in that way. It's a collective crisis, really.